Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Jacqueline's Inside Out. I'm so excited that we're back on having in-person events. We haven't had them in a while because of the COVID, so now we are able to do that. We are having Becoming Unstoppable, an event tonight that is here at the 3rd Street Art Gallery in Carnegie, and we are so excited to present this to you. Stay tuned for a lot of fun, fashion, beauty, wellness, and inspiration. Everybody, so we're back. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm here with Tracy Montardi, and we are doing a collaboration for this event tonight. We're co-hosting this together, and I just love Tracy. She's been such a great sport through all of this. It's a wonderful event that we're bringing women together for Becoming Unstoppable. So Tracy, tell us a little bit about what this is all about and how we came together with the 50 Over 50 project.
Okay, so I am a portrait photographer and I just turned 50 last year, and so I decided, I felt like all of a sudden I was part of this sisterhood that I had never known about. And I thought, let's celebrate that, and let's photograph 50 women over 50 years old and celebrate that and do a gallery show and a magazine and all of that. And so of course Jackie and I were friends and we were talking, and she has her Inside Out program, and we thought, oh, that's perfect, let's do an event together. So that's what tonight is all about. It's Becoming Unstoppable. It's all about confidence and beauty and coming into your own at this age, and just really celebrating. So.
And I'm so proud of it because what we have done here is something amazing. Just helping women that are going through like this change of life and this new stage in your life, becoming 50 and going, above and beyond that, which we both are. We're just excited to be able to let women realize that it's okay and you can do this, and it's a whole new chapter, a whole new new part of your journey. So.
So like with all the sessions that I've been doing on this, there's always been stories. I do a questionnaire and talk to them, and almost every single person, it's been like a rebirth of some sort. So usually it's either someone's going back to work after being home, taking care of their family, or they got out of a marriage that wasn't great and they now have a whole new thing. A lot of them are starting new businesses. It's a lot of new exciting things that these women are doing, and they're just claiming their space and taking charge and moving forward and deciding what they want out of the rest of their life. And it's just really exciting and inspirational and fun and having a good time. Yeah.
It is exciting and inspirational and fun. And we wanted to do this last year, but COVID hit, so we had to put it off. But you know what? It's okay because it's going to be bigger and better. So we're excited. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay tuned. We have so much to show you tonight. So we're excited. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Okay, everybody, so I am back with Marissa Zimmerman, and she has a boutique on wheels, and I want her to tell you all about it because she works with me at the salon. She helps me, and she helps me with Inside Out, and I just love Marissa and all that she does. She's the sweetest person you'll ever meet, so let's talk to Marissa a little bit about what she does here. So Marissa, tell everybody about your boutique.
Thanks, Jackie. I do have my truck parked outside, and I sell very romantic, feminine clothing, whimsical wardrobe boutique. So lots of lace, crochet, pleats, embroidery. And I brought with me today some of my summer fashions, a lot of embroidery here. Take a look through the rack, and some jewelry and vegan leather handbags.
So Marissa, tell us a little bit about your wheels out there that has this big whimsical wardrobe boutique on it. So do you go around to different venues, different facilities? Like, what do you do with your truck? What all do you do with that?
So I do the Bethel Park Farmers Market. I do events like this. So I can do inside, outside, home parties, charity events, fundraisers, fashion shows, home parties, you name it.
So So that is awesome. We just love Marissa and her styles, her accessories, her fashions. Everything is beautiful. You can find a collection of Marissa's clothing at the salon because she does bring us some seasonal looks down there. So we love it having her here tonight. So thank you so much. Tune in to Marissa. Check her out, and we'll be right back. Okay, everybody, so we are back, and we are here with Lisa Regan, Cristal Jewelry, and she has such beautiful pieces. They're all crystal, and I want her to tell us a little bit about what it is that she does and how she comes up with all these beautiful pieces.
Hi, everybody. Hope I see everybody tonight. So I've been in business for about 7 years. I custom make and design all the jewelry. If there's a specific thing that you want or a color, I can do that. So all the pieces, again, are handmade. So I love doing what I do, and I've been in business, again, for 7 years.
That's awesome.
And I think that's it. Just a quick rundown. Gone. Bye.
Okay, everybody, I am back with Lisa Lasik from Say Cheese, and she has put together some amazing, incredible appetizers for our event tonight. We are trying to be COVID friendly, so we wanted to have something that was individually packaged so that everybody could just grab their own. So tell us a little bit about it, Alicia.
So basically, due to COVID, I feel like these individual charcuterie cups are just the perfect, whimsical touch to any party, just kind of an upscale hors d'oeuvre, and it's just fun putting, the different cheeses, meats, fruits, veggies together, and, I have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. They are so cute, and they're just perfect, so we're excited. I know everybody's ready to get in there and get one of those, so yeah, so check her out. Check out Say Cheese. Thank you, Alicia, and we're so happy to have you here with us tonight. I have a special guest with me today. This is my daughter, Shaylee, and she does Arbonne, and I do Arbonne, so we both have Arbonne in our family and in our business, and I'm so excited that she's here with me because she has been part of Jacqueline since she was a little girl, helping me with so much stuff. And finally, I'm getting her to be involved. I always wanted her to be involved, and now she is with her own beauty business herself. So it's exciting, and I'm going to let her tell you a little bit about Arbonne and what she does.
Well, thank you, Mom. So my name is Shaylee Mistakis. I am a wife and a mom of 3 little boys. I have been in Arbonne for 4 years now, and this is my business. This is what I do in order to stay home with my boys. I'm a full-time mom to them, and then I also work Arbonne on the side. And we have amazing nutrition, skincare, cosmetics. Everything is vegan certified, cruelty-free, all of that good stuff. So I'm proud to be a part of this company.
I'm here with my friend Nancy Boyer. She helps me a lot with a lot of my social media, and she is just awesome. She's here tonight to do some social media for us. So I want to let you speak to her, or she's going to speak to you and tell you a little bit about what it is that she does. Nancy, give them a little preview of what you do and all about you.
Thanks, Jackie. Hello, everybody. My name's Nancy. I'm with Hey Girl Social Media Services. I'm really social media concierge for small business owners. I specialize in working with women business owners like Jackie. And we've worked together for the past year, just posting on Facebook, working on growing her Facebook community, gathering more awareness about the different projects that she's doing. And then I help clients determine what their branding is. I work with them on their social media content and just kind of make life easier so you're not scrambling whenever you're getting ready to post something. And a lot of clients even just have me take care of that for them. So.
And it's awesome. You should check her out because it does definitely help. And she knows a lot about it. Like, I'm not technical savvy at all, but she is. So if you need help with that, give her a call. But thank you so much for tuning in. We're so happy that Nancy's here tonight. So I'm back with Brenna Bullock, Style. That's what she does. She styles you. She is amazing, and she's here tonight. She has styled all of our models for our show, Becoming Unstoppable, and we're so excited that she's here. So I'm going to ask her to tell us and tell you a little bit about what it is that she does.
Yeah. So hi, I am Brenna, and I'm a personal stylist. And my most popular service is I go to my client's home, and we do closet makeovers, which is so amazing. And my clients love it. We literally pull everything out of your closet and put it on your bed. We try it all on, and we only keep what we love, what fits you, what flatters you, and what makes you feel amazing. So it's an amazing service. And now you can shop with me for free at Macy's at South Hills Village. Village. So it's this awesome new value that I'm offering my clients now, that you can literally shop with me for free at Macy's. You can come have a styling session with me. So it's just been a really awesome new part of my styling business. Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, how can you do that? Like, how can you go and style for free somewhere, right? And get it for free. That's great. So take advantage of that, ladies. I think men too? Just ladies?
Yeah, men too.
Men too. So there you go.
Yeah, and then if anyone watching this wants to book a closet makeover with me, I'm going to give them $95 off. So,
Okay.
yeah, if
That's
you mention Jackie, what would they mention so I would know?
Jacqueline's Inside Out.
Yeah, if you mention Jacqueline's Inside Out, I'm going to give you a $95 discount on a closet makeover.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, so we're backstage here at the Becoming Unstoppable event, and I'm here with my amazing assistants from South Hills Beauty Academy on West Liberty Avenue in Dormont. So I wanted to introduce you to them and let them talk a little bit about what they're doing here. They're helping us with our models with hair and makeup, which is amazing. So I want to talk a little bit to them and let you get to know them as well. So Sindel, I'm going to talk to you first. So she usually is a model. She's usually on the other side of this. And I've done her hair for her many times. So it's exciting to have her here helping me today. So do you want to tell them a little bit about the Academy and what you do and tests and everything that you're doing?
Absolutely. So my name is Sindel Taylor. I am one of the instructors at South Hills Beauty Academy. I've been an educator there for the past 6 years, and Jackie and I have done multiple photo shoots and fashion shows together. And Tess over here is one of my students. She is studying the cosmetology program. So we teach all aspects of cosmetology. We teach cosmetology, skincare, and nail technician. And we enroll every single month, so you guys can find us on any Instagram, website, South Hills, North Hills Beauty Academy.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to have her here with me and working on the opposite side. This is great because she does amazing work this way. This is a skill that she does that's amazing. And she also is great on the runway. So thank you so much. And then we're going to come over here and talk to Tess. So Tess, tell us a little bit about your experience so far and everything that you do at South Hills Beauty Academy.
Hi, I'm Tess. So basically I started South Hills Beauty Academy about 5 months ago. We learn all about hair design, anything cosmetology, makeup, nails, everything that you would want to learn when it comes to the beauty world. It's really awesome. We have wonderful teachers who really care and really get down with you and study with you and help you learn the hair, the makeup, anything that you want, any questions that you ask. There's no stupid questions. It's just a great, wonderful learning environment. Just like this event, women empowering women and men, But thank you.
I see a rising star here, I tell you, because I've been around a lot of girls that have helped me, and they're usually shy, they hold back, they don't give. She just gave you a ton of information there, which is amazing. So high five to you, Tess. Okay, everybody, so I'm here with Laura Zervis, and she is helping us tonight. And I'm going to let her tell you a little bit about what she does, because it's amazing, and I know you're all going to love it. We all need this in our lives. It's so important. So tell us a little bit about what you do, Laura.
Hi, well, yes, I'm a registered dietitian and licensed nutritionist, and I have a small practice in Bethel Park where I would say half of my clients are there for weight management or to improve their health, and the other half may have a chronic disease that they're trying to manage. Maybe they just came from the hospital and they find out that they have a diagnosis or their doctor's office. But, a large part of that, too, is taking care of the whole person to make sure, no matter what you come to see me for, make sure that I take care of all of you, that I make sure that, your weight, is in a healthy range for you, and that all of your lab work is in, where your doctor would like it, and help everybody really get on the path to wellness by following, a balanced, healthy, diet. I try to steer everybody to the Mediterranean plan, but,
That's awesome. We all need that, especially after COVID. I know I need that. So it's wonderful that you're here. She's going to be speaking tonight for our event to help all these lovely ladies that are here with us. And she's also helping to be part of Jacqueline's Inside Out. So stay tuned for more on that. But we're excited you're here. I'm so thankful that you're here, Laura. And I'm excited to have you.
Thank you.
So we'll be right back. Tracy and I have been preparing for this for almost 2 years, a year and a half. We started thinking about this way back when, before COVID, and it just never happened because of COVID. So we're excited that you're here tonight. We'll tell you a little bit about how it happened, but we wanted to have something where we brought women together, and Tracy is doing a 50 over 50 project because above us is her photography studio. So I know Tracy from WBN, and we met through networking, and we've become friends, and she has a photography studio up above us here. So isn't this amazing here, this lovely facility that we're here tonight? So yeah, so the 50 over 50 project is something that she's doing, which is amazing. It's bringing 50 women over 50 together to inspire you, to help you, uplift you, to make you realize that, like, it's not over just because we're 50, right? It's not over. Like, we can still keep going, right? So let's clap to that. We want to, like, help the 20 and 30-year-olds and the 40-year-olds prepare for where we're at, over 50. We want to help the over 50 women, so we're so excited. So I commend her for her project. I think it's amazing. So let's give Tracy a hand for that. And how that combined with what I do is I'm a salon owner, and I wanted to start a project of my own through Inside Out, a program that I do in my salon where it helps to inspire women and bring women, you know, full circle, which I'm going to tell you a little bit about that later. But let's get started. So I'm going to hand this over to Tracy. You good now? You got your...
I don't know, what am I doing? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start off the evening. So the whole thing is about inside out, beauty and confidence inside out. So all the elements that we talk about tonight have to do with that. So we're gonna start on the inside. So we're gonna talk about nutrition with registered dietitian Laura Zervis, and she has wonderful things to say. So she's gonna give us some great tips on that. So why don't you come on up?
Hi. Thank you so much. It's great to be here tonight and great to be, I have participated in Tracy's 50 over 50 program. It's wonderful. It's a really great way to celebrate this next chapter in our life. I'm really happy to be part of the Inside Out project as the nutrition concierge, to interact with all of you and any questions that you may have. I just want to tell you a little bit about one aspect of my business. I do have a private practice in Bethel Park, but I also reach clients virtually as well. And I work with weight management clients, and the other half of my clients may have some type of chronic disease that they're either dealing with now or they're trying to prevent. And this brings me to tonight's topic, which is about meal planning. And it's really important because both of these clients, after I'm done working with them for a period of time, we come to the same place. This is where both of the clients receive the same spiel from me, if you will, where I talk to them about, you know, preparing meals from home. And you might think, well, Laura, that's pretty basic. That's really basic thinking. But actually, in half of our meals right now, as I think it was 2016 was the latest statistic, that half of our meals were eaten outside of the home. And the majority of those were fast food restaurants. And this is the other part. In 1972, that number was 26%. So you could see how eating out more has contributed to my next statistic, which is the obesity rate. And for children 2 to 19 in 2016, that was a shocking 19%, and adults were 40%. And those numbers are expected to continue. If you looked at it on a map, on the chart rather, it just goes up and up until we're at 80%, which is really frightening. So really, by preparing our meals at home and eating more meals at home and spending time with our family, we could really help address this problem. So the first thing that I work with my clients would be to basics of good meal planning and what makes a good meal good, really. And that brings us to the Inside Out program because we want to eat a variety of foods. Our gut wants to be diverse. When we have a diverse gut, that really keeps us healthy, especially in times like today where we're dealing with the virus and other things that are out there. A diverse gut is really going to keep us healthy. And I mean eating 5 vegetables, fruits and vegetables a day. That's a combined 5 serving. Eating the colors of the rainbow. Eating, fish and lean protein. Very little processed foods, very little red meat. But getting into meal planning, what I suggest to my clients is to sit down with your family. Sit down and write all of the big broad categories that you enjoy together. All the chicken dishes, all the beef dishes, all the pork dishes, all the vegetarian dishes, the main entree dishes, the breakfast for dinner dishes that you may enjoy. All of those and other things. We have a sandwich list in our house too. So all of those things, and then make lists of every chicken dish that you could possibly make, every beef dish that you could possibly make. And after you get all of your categories, then we could start building some meal plans. But that's great. That's a good start where we're at right there. But then what makes a good meal good? And I just touched on it briefly before, but a good meal really is varied in texture, flavor, color, and cooking method, right? So we wouldn't want to have, if you could just picture this in your mind, you wouldn't want to have baked cod, mashed potatoes, and cauliflower, right? That doesn't sound very good. Or meatballs, Brussels sprouts, and some other circle food, right? You could just picture those on your plates. We don't even think about these things. It's subconscious how we think, oh yeah, the turkey would go good with green beans and maybe red skin potatoes. There's certain things that just go well together, but you want to think about that when you're planning your meals. Other things that you may want to take into consideration after you have your entree list down, and you would do the same thing with vegetables. You would list all the vegetables that are acceptable to your family. And the thing about cooking for our family, if you're still cooking for young ones, they could take up to 7 times to decide whether they like something or not. So just because they may turn up their nose at one meal, at one item, don't give up on them. Keep offering it, and by modeling it also that you're eating it, maybe make it more acceptable to them. But back to that, so you would have all the vegetables, all the starches, and then you could begin to put your meals together. And, keeping those things in mind, what makes a good meal good? Not only is it, varied in flavor, texture, color, and cooking method, you could also say, what is seasonal right now? Right now, in May, what do we have? Asparagus. Let's think of the spring vegetables, cauliflower, broccoli, red peppers you'll see a lot in the store. And it's good to keep those things in mind because when they're seasonal, they're going to be lower cost at the grocery store, and they're at their peak freshness, so they're going to have their highest nutritional value at that time, versus like trying to find something obscure like that in the middle of winter when it may be really high priced. We're fortunate now that we have so many fruits come from South America. You could buy raspberries in the middle of winter here, which is really nice. That wasn't always the case. But you do want to, for the most part, think about when things are in season and try to take advantage of that. That would give you, again, too, it's not only about feeding your family the variety, but it's also about, watching your budget as well. So after we think about the seasonality of foods, you want to think about your own personal health goals. If you're following the Mediterranean diet, it may be important for you to have fish 2 to 3 times a week and other lean proteins and legumes and things like farro and quinoa, and to try to get those whole grains in there and have very little red meat or processed foods. So you would want to incorporate some of those things into there as well. Like, okay, maybe I want to have chicken twice in a week. Maybe we want to have red meat only once every 2 weeks. So you want to keep those things in mind too, your own personal health goals. Or if you're working with a coach, and they're trying to tell you, hey, I've looked at what you're eating and you're only eating a few servings of vegetables a day, or you're only eating broccoli, maybe it's time to consider something else. You could incorporate those things as well. So if you put them on, build them with your meals, then you'll be sure to get a variety. So you think about your personal goals, you think about what's in season, you also think about your family schedule. And, well, maybe I have a meeting on Thursday. Maybe I can't be there to do something that takes cooking at the last minute, like something on the grill or the broiler. Maybe that would be a good day to have a crock pot meal. Maybe that's a good day that you do some prep the night ahead, so it's a very quick assembly. These kind of things keep you eating at home. That planning and preparation allows you to have more meals in home, so takeout is not taking over, right? Because it can. It could be very easy to just say, well, I really don't have anything planned for tonight. We'll just do some takeout. So just having a plan in head will really help you. The other thing that you want to do after that is you would put some meals together. You would think about, okay, I will have with my turkey, maybe I'll have red skin potatoes, which red skins are like pearls. They seem to go with everything. And another vegetable, maybe a green vegetable with that. And then maybe you want to have one night where you have salmon and maybe some string beans. And also, let's see, maybe a sweet potato to go with that. So just think about all of the colors. When you get all of those colors, you're really getting a variety. And again, that's what our gut likes. That's what keeps us healthy. And that's what is good for meal planning. The other thing that I wanted to mention was after we think about, and I have some calendars in the back that I use for meal planning. I left them out for you. You would plot those meals on a Monday through Friday calendar. So you know exactly what you're having every day. And then from that list, you can make a grocery list. And it makes it, you'll be amazed, whenever you make that 7-day list, you'll be amazed at how small your grocery list becomes. It's incredible. You can just see the proteins that you need, the vegetables that you need, and you stick to you go to the pantry, see whatever staples that you have on hand, which ones you may need, and then you're ready to go at the grocery store. It's much better to go to the grocery store with a plan. What happens is sometimes, things look so beautiful. The first thing we see when we get into the grocery store is the vegetable and the fruit section. They have it arranged so perfectly. And it's like, oh my goodness, look at those avocados, look at the red peppers, look at this. And we just start throwing everything in our cart. And what happens? It goes in our crisper when we get home. And if it doesn't have a plan, how many times we've had to throw something away in the crisper because it's gone bad on us. So that's why menu planning is really important, because number one, it'll keep us healthy. Number two, it's going to save us money in the long run. And everybody hates to waste. Everybody hates to throw that last pepper that's gone bad or something like that into the garbage. So those things you want to make sure that by not just saying, I know I have a lot of clients when they come in, they'll say, well, I know I do meal planning. Meatloaf on Monday, spaghetti on Tuesday, chicken. But you have to think about the whole menu. You have to think about the vegetables. If your vegetables don't have a plan on there, they are not going to get on the table either. And that's when you want to make sure that that's how you ensure that you're getting the 5 a day combined servings. So after that, you have your grocery list. You go to the store and you bring it home and you cook for your family. And, the other thing that you could do too is after you get a week and you're like, wow, that really worked well for us. Just save that. And you put it I have all my things in a binder, and that recipe, I don't have to think about a week again. I thought, wow, all those meals really worked well together. And you come up with another week, and next thing you know, you have a month. And it's really nice, and it makes life a little bit easier when you have a plan. It's just one less thing that you have to worry about. So I encourage you to try meal planning. I encourage you to try my calendar back there to help you out. And if you have any questions, reach out to me, and I can turn it over to the next person unless you have any questions. Thank you so much, and have a great evening.
One little tidbit she didn't mention is, can I say about the insurance? So her services are generally covered by insurance, right? So definitely, if you think it might be expensive or something, definitely see, because it very well might be covered by insurance. So I thought that was really surprising and wonderful. So, yes, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so next we have Nancy Boyer. She's going to talk a few minutes about branding, and because a lot of you, have started new businesses at this point in your life, or you have wonderful careers that you're working on, but I do see a lot of new businesses, and so she is from Hey Girl Social Media, and she's branding extraordinaire, so she's going to talk about that for a little bit.
Hi ladies, thank you so much, Tracy. Ladies, it's wonderful to be here tonight. My name is Nancy Boyer. As Tracy said, I'm with Hey Girl Social Media Solutions, and I always tell people I am your social media concierge. So that means I do all the social media stuff that you don't want to deal with, and for most business owners, that's all of it. Like, it's all stuff you don't really want to have to deal with. So I help with your marketing efforts, help you refine your brand, create strategies that'll work for you, create content pillars and graphics that are going to make your life and your marketing easier. And tonight's all about becoming unstoppable and the confidence that develops from figuring out who you truly are and leaning into that. If you peek at Jackie's program, some of the focuses that she's talking about are self-image, carrying yourself with confidence, identifying ways to be your authentic self, and that all ties in with your marketing. And with the 360 course, and that's what I touch on as part of Jackie's course, because as a micro business, I just learned this term for businesses who have 20 people or less. So most of us are micro businesses here. Typically, your personality and your true self plays a big part in developing what your business brand is. So it's really important to dig deep, figure these things out, because we've all heard the saying, your vibe attracts your tribe, and it's really true. So determining your brand archetype and your target market makes your marketing 1,000 times easier and more effective, and you don't have that feeling of dread whenever you're figuring out what you're doing for your advertising. You're not throwing darts at the wall anymore. You're effective, you have a target audience. People want to do business with people that they know, like, and trust. So you bring out the parts of your personality and your brand using attraction and personality marketing to attract an audience of like-minded people. Here's what I hear all the time when I talk to people about their target audience. Anybody can buy my product. Anybody absolutely can buy your product. So let's say Jackie and I are both stylists, we're hairstylists. Either one of us will give you a good haircut. I just want to say I'm not really a hairstylist. I would not give you a good haircut. And I tried to cut my own bangs once and it was bad. So, but let's say you can get a great haircut from both of us. But some of you are going to choose to go to Jackie because you like the way she dresses and styles herself. You like her hair. She's a mother and a grandmother. You identify with that. She has such a calm and nurturing spirit, and you identify with that. You like that. And then some of you are going to come to me because you like my style. You like sarcasm. You like cracking jokes. I'm a dog mom. We have that in common. So we're both going to give you a good haircut, but you're going to vibe with us in different ways. We attract different audiences. We do that same thing, but we use our vibe to attract our tribe. So things that you think about, when you're developing what your brand really is. Are you lighthearted or are you serious? Are you inspirational or do you want to be funny? What's the root of what you do? I mean, sure, Jacqueline cuts hair, but why does she do it? It's deeper than that. Tracy takes photographs, but it's deeper than that, why she does that and what's behind it. It's very simple to say, Jackie cuts hair, Tracy takes pictures, but there's reasons behind why they're doing those things. The values that are important to you, how you're conveyed, how you're conveying yourself in the media, and what you want people to think of when they think of you and your business. So these are all things that come into creating an authentic brand, and that's where Jacqueline's information comes into play, of really digging deep and leading into who you are. And honestly, I think as you're becoming into 50, I think this is a great age. I'm 42 and I'm learning more about myself all the time. So I think the insight as we get a little bit older gets so much better with perspective. So that's where I come in, use these things to help you with your authentic brand, develop a tone that you want to convey, develop themes for your social media, content that creates continuity. And then of course we have Tracy, she ties it all together with your images, and portraying your personality and your brand, in print. Whenever you can't hear me, you can't tell. So, really having that personality shine through. So that's just a little bit about me and what I do, working with branding and how it ties in together with these ladies tonight. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to talk to you afterwards. You can also find me online at facebook.com/HeyGirlSocialMediaSolutions. Again, my name's Nancy Boyer. Thanks so much for your time tonight, ladies.
I'm going to introduce Jackie Capitola, Jacqueline's Salon and Spa, and creator of the Jacqueline's Inside Out program, Inside Out 360 program, because it's 360 degrees all the way around, right? As she's getting her stuff together, really quick, I just wanted to say, in terms of the branding aspect, one of the things I do, and some of I've talked to you about, is I do archetypes. We look at your archetypes, and that really helps pull out those. It helps identify those trends for you, and then we can incorporate that into your branding strategy and your branding photos and all that. So it really works. And I love that phrase, your vibe attracts your tribe. I love that. That's so much fun. So anyway, I think she's coming.
Okay, ladies. Okay, so I just want to ask you a question. At this age, have you ever been in your bed, lying there thinking about things and wondering what it was you were going to do with yourself and where you were going? 1 year ago, I was lying in my bed, filled with fear and overwhelm, because my salon of 25 years was going to have to close due to the pandemic. I was closed for 3 months when our governor shut all of our businesses down. How many in here have businesses? So a lot of us do, right? And that was a horrible thing, wasn't it? I mean, what we all went through, and even if you didn't have a business, I mean, just what everybody went through was just amazing, incredible how we even got through it, right? So I was lying in bed and I was filled with fear. I was filled with anxiety. And I'm not going to cry because I was filled with just, where am I going? What am I going to do? So I had to close for 3 months. Didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew deep down that I wasn't going to let it defeat me. I wasn't going to let it take over, and I wasn't going to lose to this pandemic that just shocked the world, right? Because I have been preparing myself for that all my life, my career since I was a little girl, and I wasn't going to let it just go away. So I decided to research everything I possibly could. I decided to do as much as I possibly could to save my business. I researched everything. I talked to my landlord. I called the bank. I did whatever it was that I did. I trained my team, my employees, so that when we reopened, we would be ready, and we would be ready to go. I just did everything. I talked to my family. My daughter's here. She knows. I asked my family what they thought, what I should do. I kept fighting for it because it's so dear to me. So in the midst of all that, I created an online program because where are we all going? We're going online, right? Everybody's going online. And I wanted to create something that was going to resonate what was happening in the world. So what is happening in the world, everybody's turning to online. But I have a brick and mortar, so what do I do now? I have a brick and mortar, where do I go? So I wanted to create something that I could still give to women that I love, and men too. I have a lot of men in my chair, and I love helping the men with their styling and everything as well. But I resonate, of course, more with the women because I'm a woman, right? So I just wasn't going to let it take over. So I learned everything. I did everything possible. I researched everything. I did as much as I possibly could, and by the grace of God, my salon is still open today. And I'm so excited about that. So I love to help women. I have felt this way since I was young in my business, and I've always wanted to do this. And I see some people here like Bridget. She's been a girlfriend of mine since high school, and she's here today supporting me, and I love it. And she used to come to the salon in Brookline where I first opened. I had a salon in Brookline, and now I'm downtown, but she's been around for a long time in my life, so thank you, Bridget. And my family's here, which is great. So support, we need support, right? We need support in our lives. So I created this course. It's an online course. It's called the 360 Confidence Total Makeover. It's all about inner and outer beauty. When did this start? It started a long time ago in my business. When I was having a business a long time ago, I wanted to help people, so I did a lot of charity work and wanted to just, give back. And my daughter, who I always wanted, this is Shaylee right here, I always wanted her to take over this business with me and do this with me, but it wasn't her interest. But she is now doing Arbonne, which is a beauty consultant. It's all about beauty products, so she does have it in her blood, right? She does. So a long time ago, I said to her, probably 15 years ago, maybe, Shay, I said, well, she was going through college and all of that, and she went for psychology. And I said, I know how I'm going to get you to be part of this business with me. We're going to do something together called Inside Out. You're going to school for psychology. That's the inner, right? That's where she learned a lot of inner things. I do all this. I help people with their hair, their makeup. I'm the outer. So I said, let's do Inside Out. And so we started that. We did it together for a while. She's helped me at the salon, and she's busy with her children, my grandchildren, which I love, and she's busy with them, and that's all good. So that's how Inside Out came about, right? That's how it came about. So I do have her in my business with me somehow, right? So that's what it's all about, helping people inside and out to grow this beauty, to grow this establishment, to help you feel better about yourself. So I wanted to just leave you with that a little bit there, but I have this little workbook. So if we can go through a little bit of this, I think this will inspire you if you want to pick up your book there a little bit. First, we have to get clear on what our intentions are. What are our intentions in life? Like, what do we really want? Do we really want, like, in 1 year to feel happy, to feel excited, to feel beautiful? Do we really want that? What do we want to feel like in about a year from now? So that's just like, think about what our intention is for here tonight. And the first page talks about self-image. So personal image will transform your life. If you have a personal image and a branding, a business image, it's going to help transform your life. It's going to help you to feel better, feel beautiful, and it's going to take you to the next step, because then you're going to be able to help your business by branding yourself. So if we start our day with affirmations and we think about things in the morning, I think that's a great way to start your day off. Especially now with COVID, we've all been in our houses and we're feeling like we want to get going and, getting moving and everything. So if we start our day off good with maybe some affirmations, I started doing this last year, affirmations, prayer, writing in a journal. It really does change your perspective on things in the morning. So I suggest maybe trying to do that. So write a couple things down there, like, about your self-image, your personal style, what you think, and how you can, affirmations that you can say. So here's some examples. You can say, like, my skin is healthy and radiant. Like, when you look in the mirror, say positive stuff about yourself. You can say, day by day, I feel beautiful. I feel more beautiful each day. When you look in the mirror, tell yourself, I am beautiful. Don't let yourself and the way that your thoughts come in change your way and your feelings, because it will help you as you go through the day. So start your day off like that, and then you're going to set yourself up for, a better day. Okay, so that was about self-image. The second page is about self-confidence. Confidence comes from clarity. So if we get clear on what it is that we want, where we're going, what we're doing, and who we want to be, which is you want to be you, then you're going to have a better day, right? So how do you start your day? Talk about how I just go in through like what we just talked about. Like do that plan. That's going to help you. Be present in the moment. Find your center, and that be grateful. Have that gratefulness inside of you, and then that's going to start your day off good. I know a lot of you do some of that, because I see some of your posts of people posting things, and I know you do, Marianne. I know you do a lot. That's what you do. So, that's awesome, because Marianne does this every day. That's what she does for a living. So she can probably tell us that that's, a really good thing to do in the morning. Your mind is such a powerful tool. And if we don't use our minds that way, then we're never going to be able to get to the next level if we don't use our minds that way. So believe it and stay focused, stay the course, and place, I want you guys to do a little exercise right now. Put your hand on your heart. If you take a minute to feel it beating. You feel it beating? I hope you feel it beating. That's you, right? Think about it. That's you. That's who you are. You're beating, you're living. You're a being. God has placed you here. Like, this is who you are. Your heart's beating. So you should just take that and run with it and be like, just really think about that is you. Make that be your true, authentic self. Start your day off good, and then eventually it's just going to keep getting better and better when you do that every day. Feel your heartbeat, because that's what you want. You want your heart beating every day. Okay, so the next page is to the identity, the ways to show your authentic self. So we can't compare ourselves to other people. We can't compare ourselves to the models or the celebrities or anybody, because they're not you. So if you try to dress like them or you try to be like them, it's not going to work, right? Because you're not them and they're not you. You have to just be who you are. And that's what's going to make you stronger. That's what's going to make you happier when you realize that you just should be yourself. Feel your heart and just be yourself. So I want to bring up Shaylee. She's going to talk a little bit about some skincare, and she's going to give you guys some anti-aging tips on some ways to help you with that. And then I'll finish up on a couple other things that we're going to do with Tess. So come on up, Shay. This is my daughter, Shaylee.
Thank you, Mom. And I just want to say that I am really proud of you for everything that you've been through this past year. I know that she's definitely a fighter, and no one can stop her. Let me just put that out there. But as my mom mentioned, my name is Shaylee Mistakis, and I am a wife of 7 years, and we have 3 beautiful wild boys. I have a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old, and an 8-month-old. And they are with my in-laws right now because my husband had to work late, of course. I haven't gone anywhere in a year or more, and the one night I have something planned, he, of course, had to work late. So here we are. But I have been with Arbonne for 4 years. I started my business because I had this example all of my life to pursue my dreams, and I have an entrepreneurial spirit. And Arbonne is actually something that I said no to for a really long time, quite frankly, because I just didn't understand it, or maybe I just didn't have a need for it at that given point in my life. But when I was pregnant with my second son, I previously worked in human resources, and I lost my job due to an acquisition. So my company was acquired by a much larger company, in turn wiping out the entire HR department on Valentine's Day. So I was 7 months pregnant. I had a 15-month-old at home, and I started to really ask myself, maybe I should give this Arbonne thing a try. My friend had been trying to get me involved for years, and it was the right time. And so I jumped in, and I haven't looked back. I am a stay-at-home mom because of the opportunity, and I am truly on fire. My soul is on fire because of this company and everything that it stands for. We are a health and wellness brand. We are 40 years young. A Swiss health and wellness brand. We primarily, or we started, I guess I should say, with skincare, anti-aging skincare, which is what I'm here to talk to you about tonight. Before I go into the skincare, just so you understand Arbonne's brand a little bit further, we are cruelty-free and vegan certified, so we do not use any animal products, we do not use any animal byproducts, we do not test on animals. That's not because it's cool or trendy to be that way nowadays, that's because that's what was on our founder's heart all of those years ago. And so it's just a brand that has been kind of paving the way for cleaner beauty, cleaner nutrition, cleaner skincare that actually works. So did you want to talk about hair care, or I'm just going to do skincare? Okay. All right. So we do have a 5-step anti-aging skincare regimen, which is amazing. It is called Age Well. And the key ingredient within that 5-step regimen is called bakuchiol. You don't have to raise your hand, but I don't know if anyone in here is using a retinol product. That might irritate your skin, could cause redness, dryness over long periods of usage. What bakuchiol is a plant-based alternative to retinol, which is found in the Age Well line. And so you get a cleanser, a toner, a serum, an anti-aging eye cream, a day cream, and a night cream. And I have a table in the back if you'd like to check it out after all of the speakers are finished. It comes in a beautiful box, and you have your skincare that lasts about 4 to 6 months. So you not only are you getting a super high quality product, but you're getting a lot of usage from within that line because it's so concentrated and so high quality. One other thing that I wanted to talk about tonight is a newer product, and I would love for you all to come by and check this out on your hands. This is the new Derm Results Illuminating Skin Therapy Concentrate. This is a game changer. It only has 10 ingredients within the product, 15% vitamin C, 2% of the bakuchiol, which I spoke of, and 1% ferulic acid. And so this is amazing. It gives your skin a super nice, healthy glow, and something that I never knew I needed until it came out just about a month ago. If I can offer you a tip tonight, because my mom said I would, the one that came to mind as I was sitting in my chair before I walked up here is that you should do a double cleanse. Before, if you are using an anti-aging skincare regimen at home or any sort of anti-aging or any sort of skincare regimen, double cleanse your skin before you go to your next step. You want to make sure that all the dirt and grime and any environmental factors that you've come in contact with throughout the day are totally removed from the skin before you go into that next step in your regimen, because that's what's going to make your products work even better for you. And exfoliate. Do not forget to exfoliate. All right, so I can speak of these 3 new products that were just launched about 2.5 to 3 weeks ago. We have a brand new shampoo, conditioner, and what we call an apple cider vinegar rinse. I will be completely transparent with you. Arbonne had shampoo and conditioner prior to this line, which I would have never spoke of because I personally did not like it. And so that's how much I like to be genuine and authentic. I wouldn't share about this skincare if I truly didn't love it. I really do love this new hair care line. They definitely stepped it up. You get a rich lather shampoo with provitamin B5. I don't know if you were using a clean shampoo or conditioner without harmful ingredients, which I should mention. Arbonne bans over 1,400 chemicals and ingredients from personal care items that would otherwise not necessarily be banned in products that you may be buying off of the shelves. This actually really lathers up for it being a clean shampoo. The trick, however, is to use this product that I think you're going to use now. So what that's going to do is it's apple cider vinegar. And so, which actually the product itself does not smell like apple cider vinegar. You can smell it later if you like. But it's really great for breaking down any buildup on your scalp, especially if you are a heavy product user, if maybe you're using serums in your hair, or you are using mousse or hairspray. It's really going to break down that buildup at the scalp, allowing the hair follicle to grow in a very healthy manner. So not only is it going to help promote growth, but when that hair is coming in, it's going to be much more healthy and shiny. And it's something that you do right before you go into shampoo, or right before you take a shower, I should say. You're welcome. Thank you, ladies.
Let's give it up for Shaylee. You want to take them? Okay, so I want to show you a couple fun little things because we are talking anti-aging. So I want to show you a couple things that's going to help you with some of your makeup and just give you like a little couple tips on how to help make yourself look youthful. Okay, so if you take your brows, for instance, and you want to help to lift, give yourself an instant eye lift and help your brows to shape and lift and look a little higher for you, because what's happening as we're aging, right? We're drooping, we're falling, we're losing our collagen, we're losing our muscle, we're losing everything, and the gravity's just pulling us down as we get older. It happens to everybody. So here's some ways that you can lift your brow and help your brow. This is a really nice Arbonne pencil. What you want to do is you want to make sure that your arch right here is lifted, because you want to go up and lift at your arch and then come back down. Normally, you would come up and go to your arch and come back down, right? And that's normally what we would do. When we're younger, that's what we do. We go up and come back down. What I want you guys to do, or anybody that's feeling that they need that lift, instead of bringing it back down, can you all see okay? Instead of bringing it back down, all the way down, I want you to just flip it up and out just slightly. This way, up, not down. If you go down, that's giving you more, it's pulling it down more, and that's bringing your face down more. So instead of coming up like you normally would, like we all did all these years, that's the 80s look, right? You want to come up at the front here, bring it up to the arch, but this is the important part as we age. Come down, but wing it out slightly. I'm not saying do a hook, no. Just a nice little soft outward look where it's up and out. So if you can see, I kind of lifted her up and out there. But on this side, and your eyebrows look so pretty. I'm sorry, I'm going to mess it up.
You're making them better.
On this side, I'm going to go down. Can you see the difference? I don't know if you can because I need a mirror, but can you see a little bit of the difference where this side's pushing her face down and this side's lifting it up a little bit? So that's going to help you to give it a little instant lift in your eyebrows, okay? That's one tip for you. Another tip would be, instead of taking, like, you can use these little concealer, these are concealer little brushes when the concealer comes out. You can also go up here and take some of that out and then bring it down and then wing this up and out too, so that it doesn't come down too far. So this is gonna, if you mess it up or you make a little indent or something, or you bring it, you can cover it back up with a little bit of concealer. And then right in here in the middle, do it a little higher, and that's gonna lift it higher too, okay? So that's just a little trick there. Now I wanna show you a little trick where you can, if you're getting some of those 11 lines, right here, we get those lines as we're getting older, take your hands like this on your forehead, and then just bring it out like a little exercise, and then just keep doing that a couple times, like out and up. You know how you're working your body and you're working like your arms and your legs and you're doing all these exercises? Exercise your face. This really helps to, it'll help those lines. You just want to have it pressure, push on there, and lift up and back. That's just going to start to bring those lines and build the muscle back up. Really what's happening as we're aging, the muscle's getting, softer, it's drooping, it's falling. We're losing collagen, everything. So the collagen is protein. You want to build that back up. And that's going to help you. It's like you're exercising your face, And then down here, we all have trouble with our under here. This is what starts to, we start to get this here, and we start to get, some people want to start wearing like turtlenecks and stuff. So work that area up and lift it and up and back. And keep doing that in the way that you can do it to yourself. I mean, oops, there goes my earring. You don't want to lose your earring, but just do it to yourself like this, up and back like that, or this way. So those are some tricks for you to help to lift your face with, help with the lines, help with your brows. And then your lipstick too, if you want it, same thing, when you're doing liner, don't bring the liner down, bring it out the same way you did your brow. And that's gonna, because our lips start to droop too. What happens to us? Seriously, what the heck happens? I mean, okay, I'll do this again later. But yeah, it just starts to come down too, right? So do the same thing that you would do here on your lips. Bring them out a little with the liner instead of down. And then when you're applying your blush, now in the 80s when we were younger and we used to do the blush, where do we put it? We would smile and we would put it right here. Don't do that anymore. The older you get, you want to bring it up here now. You want it to be up higher. You want to create some of that peachy look back here, not here. You want to bring it up. That's the difference in the 20-year-olds to the 50-year-olds, So do that. And then if you have some of your bronzer, or your, okay, so now we have like a bronzer that you can use. You can take this and you can use this as a contour palette. As our face gets a little bit droopier here and our chin starts to droop down, and you want to like lose some of that there, so that, what's the perfect shape of a face? Does anybody know? Oval, yeah. Oval is the perfect shape, so that's what you want to create. And a way to create that is to form it if you don't have that. If you have a square face, if you have a diamond face, look at it as an oval and just reform it. So right here, you would put a little bit of the conceal, or the contour, the darker color, and you would just, about 2 shades darker than your natural color, and that's gonna just soften this area, and it's gonna shade it. You don't want to highlight that, you want to shade that area. And then you would use the lighter one, and that's where you want to highlight. You would highlight down the bridge of the nose, you would highlight under the eyebrows, and you would highlight here. your blush is going to be back here, but you can do a little highlight there. So anywhere you want to shadow where you don't like something or you're trying to neutralize something, you use the darker. And then anywhere you want to highlight and bring out, you use the lighter. Okay? Yes. Yeah, and the way that you would put the dark up higher, and the reason, that's a very good point, Tracy, is because, got that other, oh yeah, here it is. We lose our crease the older we get. We lose our crease and our eyes are going like this, right? Our eyes are starting to get droopy. Again, we're losing muscle, we're losing everything, we're losing collagen, our face is drooping, so this is drooping down, so you're losing your crease. You want to lift that crease, so you have to make it, you have to design it, you have to create it, you have to be an artist. So you take a little bit of the darker color and you come above the crease and you make the shadow go above the crease, the darker. And then that's going to lift your eye up, it's going to bring your crease up higher, and it's going to open up your eyes. So is that helpful for you guys? Good, cool. Okay. Glad. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so I'm just about done, and then Tracy here is going to show you a lot of her tips for photography and how to pose. I just wanted to tell you real quick on some things you can do for zoom in. If you're zooming in, make sure your lighting's behind you. Or like up here, you don't want it like facing on you. So if you're doing a Zoom call, don't have it facing right on you. Don't wear real big dangly earrings when you're zooming in. You want the people, or dangly jewelry, you want them to pay attention to you. A couple other tips for that would be to, maybe wear like not too busy of clothing. Kind of wear something that's a little bit more neutral or soft or, like solid. That will help too if you have to do this for work. So those are just some tips for that. And I just wanted to ask you guys some 3 things that, we did here that would help you build your confidence. Did you get 3 things out of this that will help you build your confidence? Yeah, good. Okay. And then, I would love for you guys to eventually just share with me what you thought of this, just because it helps me to go through. So if you ever want to just send me a message or something, let me know what you thought. And what actions can you take? What can you do today to take action? Because if we don't take action, then what's the sense we have to take action on what we learned so we can implement things? And that's where you're going to get success. That's where you're going to move to the next level. So yeah, so I would love for you guys to, if you filled out that form, thank you so much, and I would love your feedback and see what how I can help you. If I can help you in any other ways, set up that call with me and we can go through and talk about the 360 program. It's all inner and outer beauty, and we go through everything that is happening here. All of these women that are helping with this program tonight are part of the 360 program. So they would be your coach. They would coach you through everything, the nutrition, the photography, the branding, the hair, the makeup, all of it. You get all that in the package. So that's what I just wanted to tell you all tonight. So thank you so much. And then I'm going to let Tracy talk to you now about the photography and what she can do for you.
Thank you. Such good tips. That was great. Okay, just a couple minutes about the 50 over 50 project, and then we're going to have an audience participation activity. Okay. All right, so the 50 over 50 project is, last year I turned 50, and I kind of felt like all of a sudden I was part of this sisterhood that I didn't know existed. It was really bizarre. It wasn't like a scary thing. I wasn't dreading it. It was very liberating, and that's the word that I kept coming up with. It was liberating in a way. I just felt much freer, and somehow, I don't know, it was weird. And looking around, I have a lot of friends who are also around that age, obviously, and so they were kind of experiencing that too. And I thought, and I didn't come up with this idea. I mean, other people have done it in other cities, but I thought, that would be perfect. I want to photograph 50 women over 50 years old and then do a gallery show, which we will be doing that here at this gallery, hopefully in the fall. And do a magazine, and we do stories, and and I really interview and get to know the women through the process, and it's been really inspirational. The stories that I hear, there's people who have, the common thread has been a new chapter. The people have a new chapter in their life. People are done, generally speaking, with, not always, but, in terms of like they've got their families, their children are generally grown or almost grown. They're thinking about new career changes. They're thinking about what do they want for the rest of their life, and they can be deliberate about that. And so the stories that I'm hearing, so there's people who maybe got out of a bad relationship, or who are just changing careers or coming back to a career from, have been out of the workforce for a long time. People, with health issues who are really focusing on that's what they want in their life. Starting new businesses, like a lot of people starting new businesses, and they've decided they don't want what they were doing, and they're taking action and steps forward. They're claiming their space, they're claiming responsibility of their life and going forward. And it's just, I don't know, it's inspirational. I love it. I've met some wonderful people through this project, and we still have a few spots left, but we do have a few of them here, so I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit. If you are in the project, can you please stand up? Yay! Thank you. You didn't know I was going to put you on the spot. So, okay, you can sit out of the spot. Thank you. So, anyway, so that's about the project. There is a little bit of information back there. If you know somebody who could use that kind of a lift, or who might want to be in the project, there's information on the website, and there's also a little sign back there with a QR code, and you have information in your pocket. But, okay, so now we're going to do audience participation now. So when people come in to the studio, everybody thinks, okay, well, as Jackie was saying about the what's happening to us, right? So there's a lot you can do, and I'm going to give you a little posing tutorial, and it's going to help you not just, if you get a photo shoot done, but it also helps you when somebody brings out the camera, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, what do I do? How do I stand? What do I, like you want to make sure that in the snapshots you look at too, because if you ever like see the picture and you're like, what? Is that? Yes. So I'm going to, we'll give you some basic tips, and then we can give you some more advanced tips that might look a little bit silly if you're not in a photo shoot, but it's okay. It'll be fun anyway. And okay, so everybody stand up. Can anybody see me? Okay, so if I'm just standing here like this, it's just sort of like, right? It's just not really very interesting, right? Okay, so what I want you to do, first everybody feel a string in the top of your head and lift up. Do you feel that in your back? So now you have a straight line from the tippy part of your head down to your tailbone, right? Then we're going to turn 45-degree angle, whichever way is comfortable to you, just a little bit. It's not like this, it's just a little bit. Yes, perfect. And then separate your feet a little bit, and then everybody put all your weight on your back foot. Now, how does that feel? Look at what happened to your body right there. It just made like an S, right? And one thing, and it actually, this kind of works with the makeup too. So what is darker or further away is smaller to the camera, right? Here, I need to move over a little bit so you can see. So if if I'm shooting from the camera right here and I'm like this, well, this is going to be really big, right? But if I'm like this, so everybody does selfies, they always go like this, right? Because it makes your eyes bigger. Oh, I'm like not even speaking in the microphone. Sorry. Anyway, so everybody's on their back foot, and so it makes all of this down here is back now, and it makes and the body likes, or well, in beauty they typically say symmetry is good, right? Symmetry, what they like in your face. But with photos, you want asymmetry, because this is like mugshot. Asymmetry, your hip is out, and like the people that who have done the photo shoots, they can tell you, like, because I'm like, push it further, and but it looks good. You feel really weird, but it looks good, okay? Anyway, so hip back, and then we've got our leg now is like easy, and it can move around, right? Okay, so then you can put a hand on a hip, and it could be here, it could be here. Like I have a belly, right? So what I do is you can grab your belly a little bit forward. Like if I go like this, right? Okay, so even if I stand forward to you, you guys can say where you are. If I stand forward to you, and I go like this, now I've got an S, hand on hip. I need like a, what to do with my microphone. Hand on hip, right? And instead of just being like this, it can be one up and one down, right? And then you want your shoulders, you don't want your shoulders to be totally even, you want your shoulders, right? So you're not probably going to do this when you're for your, at the family reunion, right? So, right? Okay, but what you can do though is you can do that 45-degree angle, put all your weight back here, and then what you do is don't go like this and curve your back, okay? Up here, and your hips are like a lever, right? And you tilt forward just a little bit at your hip, okay? And then, so that's how you take your photo, right? And you can put your shoulder back, you can, however you want to do, right? Okay, so that's how you do that. Now, we were talking about the chin, right? Everybody's like concerned about the chin. Okay, so there's a little trick. It's called the turtle, okay? And so what you do, and it looks really weird, but it works and it looks great in photos, okay? So when I go to the side, you'll see if I'm standing like this, I got my little, here, I should go this way because you've got I got my little whatever is here, right? But if I push it forward, it feels really weird, but if I push it forward, I'm not going like this, pushing it forward with my chin, my face is forward, and then it's like a little string lifts up. It's like you go this, and then like that. Not like this, just this, and then your chin just goes down a little bit. What that does, it creates a shadow under your chin. It brings your eyes closer to the camera, right? And it looks lovely. Okay, so I'm gonna do, so everybody, I have the power in my hand. I can control you with one hand, look. Okay, so follow with your nose, follow my hand, okay? Okay, and then down just a little bit, boom. It's gone, you've got the power pose, boom. And kick that hip back. Really, you should feel it in your back when you're posing, right? You kick that hip all the way back, push the shoulders down. A lot of times people end up with shoulders up here. Push the shoulder down, and then forward, turtle, and down just a little bit, and boom, you've got your shot.
I'm going to hand it over to Brenna. She's going to come over and start to talk about her beautiful models that she styled. So here you go.
All right, hello, everybody. Can we get a little woo in the house? Woo! Okay. Well, we have amazing models, and I'm so excited. My name is Brenna, and I'm a personal stylist. I actually started my own business about a little over 4 years ago. And just recently this year had an amazing opportunity to partner with Macy's. So it's been really awesome because I'm still doing my own business as a personal stylist, which is I do closet makeovers, and I go to my clients' homes. We dig into your closet. We try every single thing on that you own. And we get rid of what doesn't make sense, what doesn't make you feel fabulous and look fabulous. And then we actually build outfits from your closet. So it's actually an amazing experience. And I'm offering a special discount tonight if you want to book a closet makeover with me. But another thing that is so exciting is that you can now shop with me for free and get a free styling session with me at Macy's at South Hills Village. So it's an amazing, yes, clap. Macy's loves their clients, and so when you come to Macy's, you get a free private VIP fitting room area in my office where you can try on clothes, you get styled by me, and it's a completely free service. You get treated like a VIP for free. So if you want to book a styling session with me at Macy's or a closet makeover, come see me after. And there's all kinds of goodies for you to shop up here. It's a special curated collection that I picked for you ladies. It comes in every size. You can do petites to plus size. So come up here and shop after, and let's dig into some fashion. Turn the music up. Woo! Okay. So make sure you give these ladies a round of applause every time they come out, because this is an amazing experience. They're stepping into being unstoppable, right? Okay, first off we have Laura. Woo! So we have the beautiful Laura, and she is rocking this royal blue jumpsuit. It's from Vince Camuto. It comes in other beautiful colors as well, such as hot pink. But who in this room loves a good one and done, right? Yeah, so this is an amazing flattering jumpsuit. We love this color on her. It's just elongating her frame, and she's working it. Woo! All right, give another round of applause for Laura. All right, good, perfect. All right, next we have the beautiful Tracy. Come on out, girlfriend. Woo, give her a round of applause. So Tracy is rocking a boho chic look. Right now we are loving this fringe jacket. Yes, I love it. It's so cute. We are loving that we paired it with jeans, and she has great snakeskin embossed little heels, and they're so adorable. And she has her fun earrings, and I love that braid and that your hair looks gorgeous as well. Rock it. Show that friend. Woo! Right over here. Don't trip on the cord. Okay, awesome. All right, next we have Sherry. Look at this stunning leopard statement. Woo! When I was styling Sherry, I said, is this too much leopard print? She goes, there's no such thing. There's no such thing as too much leopard print. And we love this off-the-shoulder style. We popped it with red accessories and beautiful red heels. They're snakeskin embossed as well. And she's just working that leather jacket, girlfriend. Woo, give her another round of applause. And this all leopard print look is from Michael Kors, so it's beautiful. Yeah, girl. Beautiful. Okay, and then last but not least, we have Diane. Doesn't she look stunning in this dress? Woo! We tried on so many dresses, and everything looked amazing on her, but we were like, this hourglass figure needs to be hugged by this dress. Doesn't she look amazing? And she has this beautiful hot pink Kate Spade purse that is so adorable. Yep. Work it. Awesome. Okay, so if you could turn the music down maybe just like a little bit. I'm just going to speak to each look. Awesome, thank you. Okay, so I'll have Diane come forward. So one of the things that is such a joy to me is getting to know all of my clients, and I'm so passionate about helping women to just feel like the best version of themselves and feeling so beautiful. That's my heart behind what I do. And when I talk to my clients, I think everyone mostly has something that they hate about their body. But when I approach my clients, I say to them, what do you love about your body? Because here's the thing, I think as women, we get so caught up in dressing to hide what we don't like instead of dressing to highlight what we love. So that's something I really want you to take away about becoming unstoppable tonight. And if you don't know what you love about your body, well, you better go home tonight and look in the mirror, because I guarantee you there's something to love, you know? So go home and look in the mirror. And what Diane really loved is her hourglass figure, and it's just so amazing. So we thought, well, we're gonna highlight that. So we loved this dress. One thing to look for is the power of a print. If this print was all over in this dress, it wouldn't look nearly as amazing as it does. What stuck out to me when I saw this dress is the print is highlighting and slimming, because the print goes down the sides and gives you that column effect. And it's super flattering. So yes, it has that side slit. But that's what to look for when you're looking for prints. Prints can do so much for your body, especially if you have stripes. Like stripes, when they're going, if you see a dress where it has stripes going vertical across your chest and then horizontal at your waist and then vertical again at the bottom, that actually can be really slimming as well and make your waist look really small. So think about the power of prints when you're shopping, okay? All right, thank you, Diane. Give her a round of applause. Okay. So Sherry, come on up. Okay, so Sherry, I love her so much because when we were trying on clothes, she was like, I need more skin. So we went to this. We love this off the shoulder look. It's super flattering on her shoulders, really highlighted her face and her neck and elongating that area. And I think a lot of people might be afraid to do this much leopard print, but it actually is giving the illusion of a jumpsuit. So it's one long, clean line all the way to her ankles. So that's something you can do. And I don't know if you've noticed, but it is all about the matching sets right now. That's a really fun trend. And what I love about that is when you buy pieces like this, not only is this one outfit, but then she could wear this top with jeans, and then she could wear these leopard pants with a red jacket. She could wear them with a black blazer and a black t-shirt and some gold jewelry. So when you invest in great pieces, you can actually wardrobe out of that, especially with this stunning little black leather jacket from Michael Kors. Yeah, and then we popped it with red. So we just love that. And this is for, you know, the fun, daring, edgy fashion lover. So give her a round of applause. Thanks, Sherry. Okay. Boho goddess Tracy, come up here. So we were trying to do different looks for you guys for different personalities. And that's one thing that we're going to talk about in the 360 program is like how do you work your personality and actually shape that in your fashion, and how do you dress for your body shape. So that's something we're going to talk about in the 360 program, and I'll give you tons of tips for that. And then with Tracy, she definitely is a little bit vertically challenged. So, yeah, so we wrote, but that's the thing is everyone has their thing, you know what I mean? Everyone has their thing. So for Tracy, we're all about proportions. So I was looking for a crop jacket because that's going to give her and show her a little bit more length and show off her waist a little bit. And then we also did the messy tuck because that's lengthening her legs. We did a really nice dark clean jean because that's giving length in her legs as well. We did a really cute high heel that's walkable but still gives her height. I think so many women are afraid of high heels, but there's a lot of really workable 1 to 2 inch heels out there right now, so don't be afraid of it. Or a wedge. It gives your heel that great length. And we popped her collar. And then I want to show you too, this is a major slim secret, and this is like my secret cuff. But I want you to see, like, put your arm down. I want you guys to see how the difference in her body on the side where she has the cuff rolled up versus this side where it's down. It's really slimming because it gives a definitive end between where her hip ends and where her wrist starts. And then this is my secret cuff. It's not going to be a secret anymore to all of you ladies. Yeah? So you take the cuff and you roll it up all the way to your elbow. So it gives you this excess fabric down here. You're going to roll the excess up. It's the perfect messy cuff, and then you kind of give this a little flip down. That's the perfect messy cuff versus doing this. Here, I'll show you. Instead of doing this and just doing a double roll. See? You can do that, but this just looks more like a little cute, messy, and not as placed and not as perfect to me, and more stylish. So. But yeah, work that fringe one more time, girlfriend. Woo! Okay, Laura, last but not least, looking amazing in this stunning jumpsuit. And Laura, I love when I asked her what she loved about her body, she said her arms. So we thought, well, we're going to show those puppies off, right? So we love this jumpsuit. Like I said, I love a good one and done because it's long, lengthening from your neck all the way down to those great white high heels. Wait, you should pull your leg up a little bit and show them those beautiful high heels. Woo, you got a motorcycle for it. And then also, like, I love when you're doing sleeveless, I love the power of fun bangles and layering them. Don't be afraid to layer the bangles because I think it really makes a statement with sleeveless. And then we had a high neck, so then we just did a bigger earring and no necklace. So those are things that I can help you with as well in the 360 program. And or if you work with me is like how to work your accessories, how to pair the right shoe with the right outfit. And then this is my secret tie too, but I think I'm not going to give too much away tonight. Yeah. Yeah, come see me, come book a makeover with me, or come shop with me. And everything here was from Macy's, and everything here you can shop with me tonight and shop Macy's, and just give these beautiful ladies another round of applause because they look so amazing. Yeah. You want them to walk down again? Okay, do another circle. Ready? Do it. Go ahead. Woo! 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 Looking beautiful. This is what becoming unstoppable looks like, right? Good job. Woo! All right, awesome. So Jackie's gonna come up and you're gonna have the hairstylist come out. Okay. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Brenna. Wow, that was amazing, right? Thank you, ladies. You all did a great job. They really walked that runway and did wonderful. So I want to call up the two stylists that helped me today with the hair and makeup. So Sindel and Tess, can you come on up? So these ladies are from South Hills Beauty Academy. Sindel is a teacher there, and Tess is a student there. So I'm going to hand it over to them to say a little something about what they had done for these ladies today.
Thank you, Jackie. So I'm so used to talking in one of these. I've been doing it for like a year and a half now, so it's been a really challenging endeavor. I've worked with Jackie for a really long time. I'm an educator at South Hills Beauty Academy. I know I look pretty young, but I've been there for about 6 years, and I've been licensed for over 20. I was blessed to be able to get my cosmetology license when I was in high school, and tonight some of the looks that we did, and we're going to start with our young lady right here. For her, we just partnered her with some really sexy curls and big volumes. So we teased her first, gave her some bigger curls. One of the things I think that we tend to forget as we get older or keep our long hair is that we think that we can't do these vivacious curls, and we did that simply and chic. For her makeup, Tess actually did her makeup. We decided to keep it a little bit more subtle because we knew she was going to be wearing a flowery print, but we wanted to give her a little bit of pop of color. So the color that she's actually wearing tonight is called Mai Tai, which is one of my favorite drinks, even though I probably shouldn't say that on camera, but that's okay. And we just wanted it to be fun, and it looks really pretty on her, just enough of a pop of a pink, but not too young and not too flat and just kind of faded. So that was our first look. Tess, do you want to talk about the other one? Are you okay? Come on. All right, so this is one of my favorite hairstyles. On normally a given day, this is what you guys can find my hair looking like, because if you guys notice, my hair is like super long and fluffy. So we gave her a mohawk braid. It's really, really simple. Her normal hair actually is about chin length, so most of you girls can do this in this room. We gave her a little, it's a little bit longer than that?
No, I was just asking when you want me to turn around.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have her turn around too. So we started with like a little bouffant, like old school, little teasing in the front, and I'm gonna have her turn around. And what we did is we took that right here and we tucked it with a bobby pin, and we brought each section around into a ponytail, and then we wrapped them down. This way you don't actually have to braid your hair. You just separate the ponytail, take it underneath the next ponytail, and make it into a big giant braid. And then because we wanted to keep it nice and simple for the back, we did a nice chignon on the underneath. So just rolling that hair underneath and tucking it. Now, my idea of an updo is that you guys can go crowd surfing, right? So you guys should be able to shake your head, have a really good time. So my students know when they do updos, if they can't go rock climbing, that they need to put a few more pins in there. And she wanted something fun and fierce. She's like, I do my makeup the same way every single day, right? So we gave her, basically copied my eyeshadow. We gave her a nice gold pop because of her beautiful blue eyes. A little bit of brown on the edge. We didn't want to do black because that would have just made her sag and look too cold, and then a bold red lip to match the red earrings and the shoes. So that's what we did on her. So thank you so much. All right, this mama did her makeup before she came in, so we can't take credit for that. All we did was just clean her up, okay? She already had this rockin', so I gotta say that first. But she came in with her hair a little bit straighter in curls. We wanted to do something that represented boho but didn't show little girl. And again, one of the things that I tend to recognize is that people don't want to wear braids anymore. They just think it's a little bit younger. But what we did for her is we did a little bit side of a braid, pulled it apart, and then kind of flattened that down there so that it didn't look so poofy, but just something that was chic and very elegant. And like I said, we can't take credit for her makeup because she already had it done. So she did a great job on it. So I was like, we're just keeping that. And my other tall, gorgeous blonde, I love it because she reminds me of this beautiful supermodel on the runway. She's tall, gorgeous, blonde, right? All of our models look beautiful tonight. She was one of the easiest candidates. Again, tested her makeup tonight because she was just already light and bright and airy. So we kept her like that. She had this bold, beautiful statement. So on her makeup, it's just very, very simple. It's a very light gold shimmer. We did a drop shadow. So instead of an eyeliner, we did a simple brown shadow on her and just a little bit of mascara. And that's really all she needed. And then we were not going to lie. We had a little bit of trouble with her hair backstage. I did a style, I took it out. I tried another style, I took it out. It was not my day for her hair. And we have to admit that sometimes. So we just did some bigger curls and then loosened it up just to give her some volume and that vivaciousness back in. You got to say something here, Tess. I want Tess to at least say hello and introduce herself. So I'm going to put her on her spot because she's newer. Tell us who you are.
Hi, I'm Tess. I'm a student at South Hills Beauty Academy. I just wanted to thank the gorgeous models for trusting me and letting me do their hair and makeup. Sindel for asking me to come, Jackie, everybody here. I just had an amazing time. It's been a wonderful experience for me. I love doing hair. I love doing makeup. So again, I just wanted to thank you guys for letting me practice and really getting to know this craft. So I just want to thank everybody because you're going to see me soon somewhere.
I have to say something about this because it just reminds me so much of myself at her age. Like getting out there, like whatever it is that you do in your industry, you need to practice. You need to get out there. You need to get experience. This is why I have the students come to all of my events, and that's why Sindel said that she's been helping me forever, because she has. And I just think it's just such an amazing. I love watching this. This is it right here for me to watch this, because she's so like. You can feel that drive and that energy and that passion, and I love it. So congratulations.
When I was younger, I didn't listen to my mom. I didn't listen to anybody older than me. And now it's the best advice you can get because you guys have been through it. Like, and me going through what I've been through, hearing my mom, and then, you know, it playing back in my head. I should have listened to her. I should have. So it's really the best advice you can get is from people that've been through it, been through experiences. So I just love to hear stories. I love to hear advice like that. It's awesome.
And she didn't want to talk. You did great. Thank you. And there's another young one in this crowd too. And I won't point her out, but she's right back there. Maybe I will. My niece, Laura. So we have a couple young ones here tonight. Thanks, Laura, for coming. All right, guys. So thank you so much, models. You did great. Thank you. So Kim and I have known each other for a really long time. We are partners in crime with Bethel Park TV. She has a show as well.
I do.
Pittsburgh, you want to talk about it?
Sure. I have a show called Passport to Pittsburgh Adventures, and it comes from my business, which is Passport to Pittsburgh. It's a custom tour design company. So I create episodes that give people virtual experiences around the city of Pittsburgh, just like my tours do. Yeah. Yes. No, my tours aren't virtual. My tours are real. Yes. And we just started up, and I was just telling my friend Chris, Jackie said her business was closed for 3 months. My business has been closed for 16 months. So I just had my very first tour last Friday. It's yes.
Great.
It's good to be back.
Yes, it's wonderful to be
Yes.
back. So the reason I called you up, though, is because of the 50 over 50 project. So she is one of the 50 that is going to be photographed. I think you already were.
I was.
She already was. So what we wanted to do was give an inspiring story from one of the women that are involved in the 50 over 50. So we chose Kim to talk a little bit about it. So tell us a little bit about your experience with Tracy and how that went, because I had my images done too, and I'll speak to this real quick. Tracy's amazing, and she makes you feel really comfortable, and she really does a great job with her photography. So tell us a little bit about what it made you feel like at this age to get that done, to get the photo shoot done, and just how that is at any age, how that makes you feel.
Okay, I'm happy to do that because I want to inspire all of you to embrace your age, who you are, the lines, the bumps, You earned them all. And that's how I felt. I actually reached out to Tracy prior to COVID. My first photo shoot was scheduled for May of 2020, and we had to put it on hold. So I was one of the first ones to be able to be shot after COVID, and it was an amazing experience. I needed it desperately after 16 months of being shut down, and when I started in the project, I was in my 50s. That's how long it's been, okay? But when I got my photo shoot this past May, I had just turned 60. And so I was really about embracing my age and all that I had accomplished and the journey I had been on. And I wanted to celebrate who I was, and that I had come this far, and that I had survived, and I had flourished. And so I was so happy to see her post that. But that's how long I was waiting for it. And when I came to the studio, I have to say she is just amazing. I love the girl who did my makeup, Jasmine. She made me feel so beautiful. You know, we all come too with things we feel aren't perfect about ourselves, things we've had told to us over and over and over again about my big nose and my whatever. And she made me feel like, your nose is perfect. You know, it was wonderful. And Tracy, you know, the salon, it's like a salon. It's a lovely little studio, and she just makes you feel so comfortable and so appreciated and so beautiful. It was actually 3.5 hours. I got an extra half hour, and because we were talking, but it was 3 hours of really, really joyful time, just indulging in yourself. And why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we? So that's my experience. I encouraged many women with my post to reach out so I could tell you how wonderful the experience was. I'm happy to say that many of my friends are participating in the 50 over 50, and I love that you're all part of the sisterhood with me. We are wonderful, and don't you forget it.
Give her a round of applause. That was great, Kim. Thank you so much.
I was just going to say that one of the things that happens in the sessions, I mean, you have to get a little vulnerable, right? I mean, it's a whole process. You're not just coming in and like, we're going to take a pretty photo of you. There's a whole process. And in order to stand in front of the camera and feel seen and feel, to have it resonate, right? Like there has to be this vulnerability. So I really try to create that safe place. And, you know, and that part of like getting the hair and makeup done, it's like, yeah, you look great, but it's part of helping you to settle in and open up and relax into the whole experience. And so thank you. That was very sweet, Kim. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Okay, so thank you all so much for being here. We can't end this night without thanking all of the people that participated and helped us in this. So I want to thank Brenna and all of our lovely models. Tracy and I would like to thank them. And we want to thank Tess, and we want to thank Sindel from the beauty school for helping us with the models. We want to thank all of our vendors who are here, that are here for the jewelry and all of, you want to talk about all of that?
Which is great. Can we just say how wonderful were those the food? Yes. Right? So they are a little company called Say Cheese, and they focus just on charcuterie boards and things like that. And so I loved that. They just did such a great little job for that. So anyway.
You want to?
No, okay. Well, I don't know all the rest.
Oh, okay. So Marissa Zimmerman, she is from the Vintage Wardrobe Boutique on Wheels, and that's her truck out there. And then we also have Lisa, and she is from Christelle, and she has Christelle Jewelry. So thank you, Lisa. And then we had my daughter Shaylee, and she is from Arbonne. So thank you, Shaylee. And we have Renee in the back who's been helping with all of the stuff that's been going on. And I know she passed out the form to fill out. So if you didn't get that back to her, try to get that back to her. And then we also have, am I missing anybody? Nancy, where are you, Nancy? And we have Nancy, the amazing Nancy, our social media. So yes, we had a lot of help. And I want to just tell you that everybody that is here that is helping is part of the 360 with me. I've brought them on. I've asked them to help because I believe in what they do. And they all do something that goes around the wheel of confidence that I'm offering in my package. So there's a spot for everything in there, and they're all part of it. And it's amazing. So they're coaches in their own sense. They're coaches, they're professionals, they're inspiring. They all love what they do. So I just want to give a big round of applause to every one of them because they're just amazing. And I want to thank Tracy for doing this with me too because she's amazing. And she has worked so hard on this as well, like everything that she did. This beautiful place is just amazing here too. And Bethel Park TV, thank you. Thank you for coming out and helping us. And then Kelly, our photographer, there she All right, everybody, what an amazing night we had. What an amazing event. Becoming Unstoppable. These women here tonight were unstoppable. We had so much going on. Fashion, beauty, wellness, inspiration. What an inspiring night. That's what Jacqueline's is all about. And we are so excited that you were here to join in with us. You're watching this and you're getting inspired. So it's never too late. The older we get, we can enjoy life, enjoy the journey, and just have a great time while you're doing it. So thank you so much for tuning in to Bethel Park TV and Jacqueline's Inside Out. Check us out, like us, share, subscribe, do everything you can do to help us here at Bethel Park TV. We're so excited, and the crew tonight from Bethel Park TV did a great job, so I want to give a shout out to them. So thank you so much. Have a great night or a great day, whatever it is. It's nighttime here and I'm tired, but we had a great time, so thank you.
Your back hip.
Kathy, can you stand in here?